Hello students, today we are going to start our geography term 1 syllabus, that is third chapter from geography, and your chapter is minerals and power resources. These are the glossary words which you have to write down in FNB. First one is mineral, a naturally occurring substance having characteristics chemical composition. Mining, the extraction of minerals from the earth. Exhaustible source or non-renewable sources, sources which cannot be replenished in a short period of time. Next you are having inexhaustible or renewable energy sources, sources which can be replenished over a period of time. Fossils, dead remains of living organism trapped between layers of rocks. Next is fossil fuels, fuels formed from dead plants and animals which were fossilized millions of years ago, example petroleum and coal. Next is compressed natural gas, or in short it is known as and very familiarly known as CNG, natural gas stored under high pressure. So these are the words what you have to write down in FNB. These are the topics that we are going to learn, that is mineral. Next is classification of minerals. Minerals are extracted by, there are three ways: mining, drilling and quarrying, that we are going to learn. Distribution of minerals in the world. So continent, countries and minerals we are going to learn. In which continent the minerals are found and in which countries specific minerals are found and what minerals are found, that is given in detail in your worksheet also. We are going to learn it from textbook. And the other topic that we are going to learn is distribution of minerals in India. So you can see the minerals name and the places where it is found. Next is uses of minerals and even the conservation of minerals, that we are going to learn. The R3 measures already you know about and you are familiar about this. Next, the topic is power resources. So conventional sources and non-conventional sources, we are going to learn it. So these are the topics that we are going to cover in your chapter. Here we start our third chapter, that is mineral and power resources. So here in the first paragraph we can see the conversation between the Kiri and Sukan. Kiri was visiting Sukan's native place, that is near Dhanbad. Kiri was amazed to see that large area were black. So she asked Sukan, why is this place so black and dusty? In reply, she said that this is because of coal mines nearby. Do you see the trucks? They are carrying the mineral coal, replied Sukan. Now the next question that came in the mind of Kiri, that was, what are minerals? Sukant replied, have you ever seen a baker baking biscuits? The flour, milk, sugar together. Sugar and sometimes eggs are mixed together. While eating the baked biscuits, can you see these ingredients separately? Just as in the biscuits there are a number of things that you cannot see, rocks on this earth have several materials called minerals mixed in them. These minerals are scattered throughout the earth's rocky crust. So here the Sukant has given a simple reply with the example of biscuits. Like biscuits is having many ingredients, we cannot identify each ingredient while eating. Same as minerals are also having different ingredients that are mixed in that portion, or you can say minerals. Now these minerals are scattered throughout the earth rocky crust. So what would be the definition of mineral? A naturally occurring substance that has a definite chemical composition is called as a mineral. Minerals are not evenly distributed over space. They are concentrated in a particular area or rock formation. Some minerals are found in areas which are not easily accessible, such as the Arctic ocean bed and Antarctica. Minerals are formed in different types of geological environment. under varying conditions. They are created by natural process without any human interference. They can be identified on the basis of their physical properties such as color, density, hardness, and chemical properties such as solubility. In class 7th also you have learnt it about the minerals and as well as rocks. Through various minerals, rocks are formed, and generally these minerals are deposited in the second layer of the earth crust, that is mantle. So from there it is erupted and it is coming on the surface of the earth. So the different minerals are found in different areas. Their composition is also different. So some sort of minerals you can find in some sort of region only. See the left hand side corner. Do you know the salt in your food and graphite in your pencil are also a type of minerals. The next topic is types of minerals. There are over 3000 different minerals. On the basis of composition, minerals are classified mainly as metallic and non-metallic. You can see the flow chart over here. That is divided on the basis of composition, that is metallic and non-metallic. Again, the metallic is subdivided into two, that is ferrous and non-ferrous. See the right hand side corner. Do you know a rock is an aggregate of one or more minerals but without definite composition of constituent of mineral. Rocks from which minerals are mined are known as ores. Although more than 2800 types of minerals have been identified, only about 100 are considered ore minerals. So how the mineral are extracted? When it is extracted from minerals, so these are generally known as ores. It is extracted from the rocks. So generally they are known as ores. From iron ores, what you will get? You will get the iron. So it is in raw form, then it is being processed, then only you get the final product as iron. Here we can see the two classification. First we will learn about the metallic form of mineral. So metallic minerals contain metal in raw forms, as I said. Metals are hard substance that conduct heat and electricity and have a characteristics of luster or shine. So it can also break this metallic mineral when it is heated, and it is a shiny material also. Iron ore, bauxite, manganese ore are some example of metallic minerals. Metallic minerals may be ferrous or non-ferrous. Now what do you mean by ferrous or non-ferrous? Ferrous minerals like iron ore, manganese and chromites contain iron in that. A non-ferrous mineral does not contain iron but may contain some other metal such as gold, silver, copper or lead. So in short, non-ferrous minerals are more costly. The ferrous minerals are costly but not compared to the non-ferrous minerals. So here you understood the difference between the ferrous and non-ferrous. Ferrous minerals which is having iron in it, and the non-ferrous which does not contain the iron but it contains some other metal like gold, silver, copper or lead. Non-metallic minerals do not contain metals because it is so in the name only you can identify that it is non-metallic. It means it do not contain metal. Limestone, mica and gypsum are example of such minerals. The mineral fuels like coal and petroleum are also non-metallic minerals. Minerals can be extracted by mining, drilling or quarrying. These are the three ways how the minerals are being extracted from the earth's surface or from the ocean bodies. You can see the flow chart again over here. That is the extraction of minerals. Already we have known with the three names: mining, drilling and quarrying. Mining is further divided into two: open cast mining and shaft mining, that we will learn in the next paragraph. what is open cast mining or shaft mining. See the last paragraph of this page. The process of taking out mineral from rocks buried under the earth's surface is called as mining. So directly from the earth crust, which the mineral which are buried under the earth's surface is called as mining. This process is called as mining. Minerals that lie at shallow depth are taken out by removing the surface layer. This is known as open cast mining. So the first layer of the earth crust is removed. So it is not too deep, but it is called as shallow depth, not too deeper or not on the top. So that is called as shallow depth. So the minerals taken from the shallow depth are called as open cast mining. So they are only removing the surface of the earth crust, the first layer. So this is known as open cast mining. Next is deep bores called shaft have to be made to reach mineral deposit that lie at the great depth. This is called as shaft mining. So to get the minerals from the earth crust which is more deeper or in great depth, so you have to use this kind of process or technique that is called as shaft mining to reach up to the depth of the earth. Petroleum and natural gas occurs far below the earth's surface. These are the two examples. Now deep wells are bored to take them out. This is called drilling. So petroleum and natural gas, it is more further deeper below the earth's surface. So what they are doing, what kind of process they choose, that they are making wells or the bore are dug for taking out the petroleum and as well as natural gas. So this kind of process is known as drilling. Minerals that lie near the surface are simply dug out by the process known as quarrying. So minerals which are nearly on the surface of the earth, so that is simply dug up. There is no need of any heavy machineries. Other whatever kind of extraction we have learned, they need the heavy machinery to take out the minerals. So the next topic, that is distribution of mineral, that we will cover in the next video. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you.